All right, it's Lucas back once again for the live wire. This time I've got Matt from August Burns Red with us today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Lucas.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. We are obviously here to talk about the new record season of Surrender. You've got the upcoming Australian tour, but real quick before we kind of start, I want to just kind of make mention that I think August Burns Red are one of the most important metalcore bands I think ever in the scene. I've got like my own Mount Rushmore of bands, and you guys sit at like the number one spot because I
Mm.
think the consistency and the contribution you guys have made to metalcore is the reason why the scene exists now. And so I just want to send a thank you to the band, and let you know that, like I said, I think August Burns Red are one of the best metalcore bands around still making music.
Thank you for saying that. I immediately think of Parkway Drive and how important they are to Australia and how many bands were probably influenced by them in that genre, over the years. We were in Australia in 2009 for the first time with Parkway, and it was so awesome. Brisbane River
I
Stage
was
was the first
I
show.
was at that show, man. I
No
was at that show.
way.
I was
Whoa.
at that show. So
That's
what's
amazing.
crazy? So what's crazy is last year, yeah, it must have been last year. I got to talk to the base Alex from Architects, because that was also their first ever show in Australia.
Yes.
And like the fact that that show has kind of spawned off so much cool shit. It's something I wanted to get into later, but I guess we're here now, so we'll talk about
Let's
it.
do it.
You guys have got the tour coming up, and you guys are going to be bringing out "I Promise the World,"
Hmm.
which I think is a cool like full circle moment where like Parkway Drive sort of got to bring you guys out into Australia, and I feel like that "I Promise the World" is sort of like the start of this second wave of metalcore.
Hmm.
How does it feel to kind of be sort of at the forefront of the first wave
Hmm.
and one of the big bands there to then be sort of influencing bands like that and then also being able to bring them out and tour with them?
Old. No. No, I mean, it's amazing. That's a really cool point, actually. I'm mentoring a kid from Texas, and he's like, "Hey, how can I get my band to do what I Promised the World's doing? Like, how did they get on this tour?" And I think it is a good point. Like, if they can really keep things rolling, they're going to have a whole bunch of bands in their wake who are doing what they're doing, much like bands that followed up on us. It's just wild. I mean, we started the band 23 years ago on my parents' farm in Manheim, Pennsylvania. Like,
Mhm.
unlikely candidates to be still doing this 23 years later. And it takes all of the right parts of the recipe to make it work. The right guys, the right timing, the right music, the right label, the right tours, the right work ethic. And I just feel very grateful. I was just talking to my friend about how I really don't feel like I'm like I got really lucky to be in the position I am in life, to be the drummer in this band and to be able to do this as a career, to have the family I have at home. Like it's just an amazing thing. And I hope that I Promise the World can have the type of trajectory we've had. That would be really cool for them and a lot of other bands in their wake.
For sure. I know, I remember when that first, not the first song, but like the big song that sort of blew them up, Seven Languages. Um, I went through the comments because I was interested to know what people were saying about him, and a lot of the things that I saw was like, oh, throw it in 144p for ultimate nostalgia, like Misery Signals and August Burns Red. I was pissing myself laughing. I thought it was the funniest thing because it truly feels like it's like a throwback to the 2005 metalcore era. It's
Right.
fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking then, I guess that on sort of the music side of it, you've got the new record coming out. It's the 11th record. There's some songs here that like really feel like classic ABR songs. I'll kind of get into the songs later, but um, with the record, like you guys have obviously gone back to Fearless for this one. So what sort of happened with the signing of like because I know you guys were with Sharp Tone, were you with Fearless, you went to Sharp Tone and then you've come back to Fearless. Talk me through
Mhm.
kind of what the story was with like coming back to Fearless again.
We had a good time at Fearless, and then it was time to move on, and we did just fine with Sharp Tone. It seems like that era really flew by for us, and then it was time to just figure something else out. And we looked back and obviously looked around and we're like, okay, I think Fearless is the best fit for us. And as far as the album itself, this album is much like I haven't liked something we've done this much since Leveler, which
Wow.
was in 2011. And the reason for that is I invested more of myself into my drumming and the record than I have in 10 years. I just leaned in and did more work and did more prep, and I think so did everybody else. I'm really proud of everyone's contribution on this, and I think you can hear it in the songs. They're better prepared, better combed over, more time spent, and I think it's a return to like the days of playing together in the barn, putting together songs that we like combed over time and time again.
Yeah. I feel like the too, like I like between I think maybe Rescue and Restore, actually between maybe even Leveler and Death Below, I'd kind of fallen off sort of listening to new records for you guys. Just because as well, there's like so much music that you kind of have to go through that you just sort of fall behind on certain bands that you
Hmm.
love.
Hmm.
But every time you guys would come out, it'd be like I'm always going to a show. Like, and I would catch the
Yep.
new songs live, which I think is a really cool way to experience them as well.
Yep.
Um, it wasn't until Death Below that I was like, oh my God, I'm so back into the August Burns Red. Like I'm
Hmm.
fully back here. And then this just feels like an escalation of that. So I kind of get where you're coming from. Like
Hmm.
I think Death Below was a good reset point for me as a fan
Hmm.
because this new record just fucking slams. There's so many good songs
Hmm.
on it. One I want to talk about in particular is Behemoth. Um,
Hmm.
I could have been convinced that was a Constellations B-side.
Yeah.
Like that, it just like the vibe is back, the feeling is there, and it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fast. It's hard to play like Constellations. I mean, everything we play is hard to play on drums for me, but um it's heavy, it's fast, it's syncopated, it's tight, it's melodic, it's off time. I'm glad you like it. We've been playing that song live, and
Mm.
it's the hardest song to play in this set. There's one breakdown that's just like, here we go. I hope I can nail this. And thankfully, it's not first, second, or third, it's fifth. We
Yep.
do the Nameless and then we do Behemoth. My favorite song to play live is the Nameless right now, which is another new song. It's more
That's
like
a banger.
mid-tempo, kind of feels like Messengers to me.
Yeah, yeah, that's another banger too, and I kind of had that too. I was going to ask, how's the reception of those been live? Like, because I know
It's
that you have
been
been playing them.
it's been really good. Like the first show on this tour was in Worcester, Massachusetts, April 10th, I think, like almost 5 weeks ago. And I
Yeah.
remember like, here we go. Like, let's not screw this up. Let's stay on the click, but like, hopefully people respond. And when I was at home rehearsing, I knew the Nameless was going to do well. You can just feel it. It has like a good pace to it. And I knew we'd be able to play it tight because it's not too fast. It's sure enough, both songs like are being received very well, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the whole album, like, I'm jumping to kind of the end of the way I wrap these up, but I think the whole album's going to be received really well. I think this album is one of the best, especially of the last at least 10 to 12 years. Definitely the best
Thank you.
since Leveler. And I loved Death Below. Like, I think Death Below is
Yeah.
one of the best records of that year. Um, the other song I want to kind of get into is obviously the new song that's just dropped a couple of weeks ago, which is Sonic
Hmm.
Salvation with the legendary Jamie Hales.
Yep.
Um, did you guys sort of collab with him or kind of like have that idea off the back of the Australian Polaris tour?
Um, I don't know that it started there. I could be wrong about this because I wasn't in the decision making there. But I think we've just always known that he's an awesome vocalist and awesome dude. He's a powerhouse. And so when we're looking at guest vocalists or guest musicians, we're thinking about people who would first of all want to do it, and second of all would add to the song, and third of all would add to the it could be a mutually beneficial collaboration where they would benefit from it, hopefully, like it's cool for them and their band, and it's cool for us, and obviously he fits into that.
Yeah, and I think he fits the song well. And you're right too. Like, I see all the collabs on this record because there's three of them. They all
Hmm.
fit in the tone. Like, I can't remember. I don't have it up in front of me right now. The song with "Make Them Suffer" on it.
Hmm.
Um, like Alex's vocals coming in at that point in the tune,
Hmm.
like
So
it just
cool.
it cut they cut through, and
Yeah.
it feels huge. Like when the moment she starts singing, I'm like, oh shit, like this feels like a Make 'em Suffer song, but it's not a Make 'em Suffer song. It's crazy.
Right. Jake did a great job with that. Jake really, I'm really proud of what Jake did on the album, the time he spent and the ideas he had. From what I remember, he came up with that whole idea, that whole part.
Really?
And yeah, he came up with that. I love Jamie's part too. It's his
Mm.
performance is awesome. I love his role in the music video. Like he's just super high energy and fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. Last question, I guess, just to bring up some other songs too, because there's a couple songs I want to shout out. There's one song, "Den of Thieves," which is a fucking slamming song, and I hope that makes the live set list. But the one that kind of pulled me the most was "New Horizons."
Mm,
Like that song is just insane. And then there's that riff that kind of kicks in at around 220 that leads into the
mm.
breakdown. I remember just instantly just being like, "Oh, I want to throw things through walls. Like this is insane. It's so fun." What did it feel like putting that track together? Because that song doesn't feel like an August Burns Red song, but it feels like something you would make at the same time. Like it kind of has this weird vibe to it that I really liked.
I'll be honest, I am in a phase until we start playing songs live or until the album's out. I know the songs according to the working title, which was the number. So if
Okay.
you were to say, what was it like putting song four together? I'd be like, oh, but the album names, I don't, I'm not good enough with grouping them together with a number until I have some more time with it, and I haven't had that time. So I can't even like speak on this honestly. But I will say when I when I'm writing, I am like it's a labor intensive process and you're spending a lot of time with the parts. And I am contributing on drums. I'm not doing anything else lyrically or riff wise on this album. I never do. Riff wise. But lyrically I have in the past, but I haven't. JB and Dustin killed it on this.
Mhm.
And I think as they went through they just kept things at a high level, sending them over and I was just ripping through them, putting drum parts together and then sending stuff back. There was a lot more collaboration on this. Like I recorded demos for all my drums in Pro Tools and sent everything over so that the guys could hear it. I haven't done that ever.
Mm.
So there was a lot more work done in the process of writing them where we could say, okay, this is going to be cool. Tempo's right, parts are right, everything sounds cool. So
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
awesome.
I can't group the number with the title yet, but I can speak more broadly in saying that JB and Dustin did an awesome job writing like the songs,
Yeah.
and I really resonated with most of them like right off the bat.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's an album full of bangers. I can't wait for people to kind of get the record. It drops June 5th, which is just in time for my birthday. So happy birthday for me.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Um, you guys are then also going to be out here in September, October. I didn't mention it earlier, but Bloom's also going to be on the tour. So I think tickets are still available for that. So everyone should get tickets for that. But again, I think you guys are one of the most important bands. I think you guys are one of the best live bands going around as well right now. So I'm
Thank
really
you.
excited for the tour in October as well. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in Brisbane again. Like I caught you off the back of the headline show that you did off the Polaris tour. Couldn't miss that. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to be back out here and yeah, I hope more records are in the pipeline and I just hope you guys never stop because I'll always keep coming back.
Thank you. I appreciate everything you said, and I will be looking for you in Brisbane. Thank you for having me.